Hello again team, it's Jess or JashiiCorrin and welcome back for another video. Today I'm going to be populating my 20 in 2020 spread, which I set up as part of setting up my new journal. This one was inspired by Painted Illustrated over on Instagram, who did a similar style spread back in 2019. I really loved the creative way they set up their page and I wanted to do something similar in my journal. If you wanted to check it out, there is a link to their original post in the description box below. Now, if you watch a few of my videos, you've likely already seen the footage that I'm showing at the moment. This is from when I first set it up as part of my new journal setup. Setting up this page took about 40 minutes from first touch of the pen to final erasings, but of course that doesn't include the penciling in, which took a really long time, just to get the spacing exactly the way I wanted it. The general idea though is that for each of the circles that I have on the page, this corresponds to one of my 20 in 2020 items. And once I've completed that, I can fill the circle in. In terms of writing out what my 20 things are, these all go in the corners of the page, so I have space for 5 things per corner. 5 times 4, 20 things. When it came to what this video is mainly about, which is filling in what those 20 things were, this took about 18 minutes from first touch of the pen to final erasings. In terms of the questions that were left on last week's plan with me, our first one comes from Alex, who asked, I have autism. The bullet journal changed my life. It is my life. I take it everywhere I go, but I have some difficulties to find spreads for the psychologist side of my life. I'm currently struggling with a depression. I changed from weekly logs to daily logs so I could write as a journal every day. Do you have some ideas? Now I know some people already gave you some really good ideas in the comments, so recapping some of those, I know that the miracle morning was suggested, because a lot of people talk about how that helps them with their depression. We also had suggestions about doing brain dumps for what you might want to talk to your psychologist about, and also medications were mentioned, so if necessary, some kind of tracker for that might help. Journaling can be a really powerful tool for a lot of people, so giving that a go, maybe setting yourself up some journaling prompts so you have somewhere to start with if you're not the kind of person who easily gets going with journaling without having something to kind of start with. Those are of course just a few ideas, but if you have Facebook, I know there's also a bullet journaling mental health group, which has about 10,000 members, so there might be some really good ideas to help you out in there as well. There's a link to that one in the description box below as well. Our next question came from Jennifer, who asked, I forgot what Vogel does for a living, could you tell us? So for anybody who doesn't know, Vogel is my partner, also called Vaughn. He is a patent examiner, so he examines patents and tells the people who are applying for them whether they can actually have one, or if their invention is not an invention at all. Our next question came from Elizabeth, who asked, I would love to see some of your Zentangles, maybe a monthly spread with Zentangles. So I did do a black and white patterns theme for January, which is kind of akin to Zentangles, link to that one in the description box below as well. I've also done a video on different Zentangle ideas which you might like, and I don't think it was last year, it was probably the year before, did a weekly theme based on Zentangles. Just some things you might want to check out. I love Zentangles. Anita asked, what are some of your favourite TV shows and movies? So starting with movies, off the top of my head, it would have to be Easy A, Moulin Rouge, He's Just Not That Into You, Gone Girl, Kingsman, She's the Man, The Holiday. Yep, those are the first ones that come to mind. The TV shows one is a little bit more difficult because I find that after I'm finished watching a TV show, I don't really have that sense of attachment like I used to. One that was awesome though would have to be Avatar: The Last Airbender. That was amazing. I also really liked that one season of Firefly. When I used to watch it, I liked The Walking Dead, but I haven't watched that for quite a while. Similar idea with Supernatural and Fringe. I really like Sherlock, that's good. And I'm still enjoying Vampire Diaries. Our next question came from Courtney, who asked, would you go back to weekly spreads when you switch to a new journal? At this stage I haven't decided. I certainly would be more open to it if I was in a journal with just white paper. So I'm not ruling out weekly spreads for my next journal, but I haven't quite made that decision yet. Cara asked, have you considered doing a wedding plan bujo? I feel that would be helpful to see for those of us who hope to marry someday. I do actually have a journal set aside to be my wedding bujo. So far, all I have in it is a grid spacing cheat sheet at the back of the journal, and I've written in Vogel and Mine's name, but that's as far as I've gotten. So hopefully, someday soon, I will really get started on doing something in that. Our next question came from Wendy Bird, who said, "So, nosy here, what is a weekly reset checklist? Because whatever it is, I think I need one." So general gist of the weekly reset checklist is it is a list of things that you do at the end of each week to get yourself really prepared and feeling ready to go for the week coming. So that could be things like clearing out your email inbox, tidying up your space, making sure that you've organized your calendar for the week coming so you know when everything is, doing a brain dump, organizing your to-do list, that kind of stuff. Something that I want to do is make one that's completely suited to myself. At the moment I'm working on one that somebody else made, and although most of it works really well, there are certainly some things that are missing and some things that I do need to tweak. Natasha asked, "I know that you said your favourite colour is purple, but are there any colour combinations that you are drawn to and want to use in your journal? Any favourite Tombow colours?" So the colour combination that I'm using at the moment for September, that pink and green, that's a combination I really do love. I also love the combination of teal and copper together. I think that's really pretty. Autumn colours as a set, totally gorgeous. Anything rainbow, I'm a sucker for a rainbow. I appreciate the contrast between bright colours and black, but those are just the first ones that come to mind. The type of colour palettes that I'm usually drawn to are the ones that have kind of a set of all similar colours with one feature colour that's really different. So that could be something like shades of grey with a really bright blue, or shades of green with a hot pink. My current standalone favourite Tombow colours are the pink 817 and the green, which is 379. As always, thank you to our inquirers from last week, and if anybody has a question they want me to answer in next week's plan with me, please do leave that in the comments below. And here's what the spread looks like currently. So you can see for some of the items I have made progress. And to note down the progress, I've either been partially colouring in the ring if I've only made partial progress, or I fully colour in the ring and the circle if I've completed that one. Looking forward to / hoping to have a very colourful finished spread at the end of the year. As you can see, the items I've checked off have been celebrating our 8th anniversary, reaching 36,000 followers on Instagram, and I've made progress on my goals related to YouTube subscribers, reading books, watching movies, and watching TV shows. Following that idea, my question for you guys is, what are some milestones you've hit in terms of your goals this year? I know a lot of the time we're looking forward to see what comes next, but it's good to take a moment and reflect on what we have accomplished. With that said though, thank you for watching team. If you liked today's video, please do make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and if you wanted to see more from me, feel free to go check out one of my other videos. Until next time. Bye!